Hello everyone, welcome to Newcastle Fans TV. I'm Will Dixon and this is my preview for the Cardiff City game at home. So Newcastle come into this game sitting very pretty at the top of the Championship. We're 3 points ahead of Brighton, and Cardiff City, our opponents, are 21st in the Championship, right down near the bottom, only on 15 points. They are 1 point above the relegation zone, and they lost their last game at home to Wigan, who were even further down the league than that. So what could possibly go wrong? And I'm going to regret saying that now. What does have to be considered is Cardiff's new manager. So they brought in Neil Warnock after they started the season just terribly. They brought him in, who's an expert at this level, and he's very, very good at winning games with terrible teams in the Championship. At Rotherham last season, he somehow managed to keep them up. Even so, we should be beating this lot quite comfortably. In terms of their players to look out for, the first one is their top goal scorer, which is Anthony Pilkington, who's a winger, previously been at Norwich, quite two-footed, quite relatively quick from what I've seen. Looks a half-decent player, and then probably the most recognisable player that you'll probably know is Ricky Lambert, who's got 2 goals, Pilkington's got 3. Lambert, big, tall, strong. I can't speak today. Ricky Lambert, a big, tall, strong striker who did very well in the Premier League for Southampton and did fantastically for them in the Championship. So he's their main man that they need to be looking out for. For Newcastle, in terms of form, in terms of confidence, it should just be absolutely just flowing out of us. We've won our last 7 and we haven't lost in our last 9. We had a perfect October. The game against Preston was a very messy affair. Obviously the coin throwing that was at the end, but in terms of the actual game, we very, very easily could have lost it. Preston were very much up for it, and we have seen on a few occasions that teams are up for it when they play against us, and they're going to give their all, and there is always going to be a degree of difficulty. However, our quality should be able to overcome Cardiff's. The main missing point for Newcastle so far, it's Thursday. I'm recording this on Wednesday. You don't know. Anything could happen between now and Saturday. However, we know that Matt Ritchie won't be playing because he's serving a 1-match suspension for bookings picked up. That is a big loss. However, Newcastle do have options when it comes to that. I think personally it'll be Atsu that goes in on the right and then Gouffran on the left. Dwight Gale didn't play against Preston and Mitrovic came in and scored 2 goals. So we've got a nice problem where we don't really know what to do with that. My personal preference would be for Mitrovic to start with Dwight Gale, as I've said many, many times before, but I could pretty much be so sure that it won't happen. Perez might come in, Diame might come in. I think if there's any doubt that Gale shouldn't really play this game, then he won't play, because the depth in our squad is that good that we can afford for Dwight Gale, our top goal scorer and top goal scorer in the Championship, to be dropped and then to be rested or sidelined to make sure he recovers fully, and then Mitrovic to come in, who will do very, very well, and he scored 4 goals in a week. He's in red hot form. I think it would be terrible to drop him. So, we should win the game. I can't really, say this any other way. I think in these previews, I'm going to be repeating this a lot. We really should win the game. I think it'll be quite comfortable. I think it'll be like against Ipswich Town. I think my personal prediction is going to be for 3-0 Newcastle. So that's the preview, quite short and sweet. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you follow us on Twitter. I've been Will Dixon, this has been Newcastle Fans TV, and I'll see you later.